Here we go. Those were live, so we should be good. Well, I guess the first thing we'd talk about is Aaron Boone getting extended. Was not expecting that. I guess I kind of was expecting that, but expecting them to do it this quick. That's basically.
Yeah, 2-year extension through 2027. This means he's now 8 years as manager. Um, his record's respectable. 603 wins, 429 losses, 3 AL East titles, one pennant.
That's fine. That's good. I wonder how
But
much
but but the sad part is the last fact. It's the
he
Yankees
arrived.
only reached the World Series one time since 2009.
Oh, yeah. I
The,
really
the,
don't.
the question is he the problem?
Yeah. That's what I still can't wrap my head around that. Even as a Yankees fan, I can't wrap my head around it. Is Boone still the problem or not? I just,
What do you think?
I don't know. It's it's really hard to decide because sometimes he can be the problem and sometimes it's just the team being that bad. But then you could also go back to the fact that he's not controlling the team. Well, we're just talking about
That's
baseball.
true.
That's about it.
Here, go ahead and invite him too. We need as many people in this conversation as possible.
That's the problem is I don't I don't know.
You don't know if Boone's the problem.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because either it's the players being so bad or it's Boone making stupid decisions and there's no in between.
Or is it the players being so damn injured all the time?
So, there you go. That leads right
Oh,
into our next story, to be honest.
Guten Tag.
Hello.
That leads right into our next story.
And what
Boone
would
getting
be?
extended, good or bad? What's your hot take on it?
Uh Depends. It really depends.
It depends.
Cause I don't know. Cause the pitching's not there in my opinion. They need better pitchers. And as much as I want to like the signing that we made with Matt Fried, I just don't think it's good. I'm concerned about that.
Okay, well, are you talking about the Yankees here?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
concerned about
well,
Matt Fried a lot.
if you say they need better pitching, I say they need a better team in general. And they're, in my opinion, they're not so good.
I mean, they tried to upgrade in the bullpen. I'll give them that.
Upgrade on everything, I say.
They got Tim Hill back, but
Who dat?
like a submarine pitcher,
You got a submarine
kinda.
pitcher?
Hey, but guess what? They signed minor league. They signed Carlos Carrasco to a minor league contract a while ago.
I thought you were gonna say Carlos Correa.
No, Carlos Carrasco. He's invited to spring training.
Okay,
I, I don't
so,
I don't know how I feel about that.
like, well,
Well, I think the one that needs to be talked about more, and no one's really speaking on this, is okay. Marcus Stroman, you openly shot the guy during the winter. You failed to trade him, and now you got him in spring break, and it's like, hey, welcome back, bro.
I know that he's already coming. He's already back with the team, but that's a bad look. You're like, okay, you publicly say, yeah, we're gonna trade him, and then you don't.
so they lied, is what you're saying.
So it's like, make your decision. Are you gonna trade him or not?
I don't think they lied. I think they were just incompetent. and getting him traded is what it was.
Well,
So
nobody wants to pick up his contract. $18.5 million a year.
what? Hell
Yeah,
no.
I
no,
love Marcus Stroman.
18.33,
I
and
love Marcus.
he could make the same this coming year if he reaches 140 innings or above. I mean, so last year he recorded a 4.31 ERA in 30 appearances. That's not great.
No.
Yeah.
That is well above average for somebody who's getting paid that damn much.
Well,
Well.
Now
oh man,
remember when he was with the Mets for 2 years,
he was
he
decent.
did 321 in 44 starts. I mean, two-time All-Star. Once again, I'm a Yankees fan and have been a Yankees fan since I was a kid. But I have to ask this question about the pitching. What the hell are they doing to these people there that they cannot flourish? They cannot do well.
I know. I don't understand it. It just boggles my mind. What is their pitching staff? Their pitching staff must be awful. So,
There's some news I was reading today is there's a three-way trade proposed to send Stroman back to the Mets, and the Yankees would get right-hand pitcher Nolan McLean and catcher Giovanni Rodriguez.
Okay, I only
that's
know
nothing.
Stroman here.
That I don't
Is
even
that
think
good or
they're.
bad?
I don't think they're that good prospects. They're getting nothing.
So they're bad.
Okay, so here's Nolan McLean. He was Double A last year, worked his way up. He was essentially a 4.19 ERA in 18 starts.
Okay.
Had a 70 grade slider when he got drafted, but there's no knowledge if that is really sticking. And the
That's
catcher
awful.
is just 18 years old.
Okay, well there's things to work there, but the pitcher
Yeah.
that I wouldn't count on him for anything.
I don't think he's going to go to the majors. I don't think
I
he's
don't.
there. He's Double A.
Yeah,
And
there's
he okay. Remember this. He's throwing 419 in Double A.
that's bad.
419
I
in
mean,
double A?
he's mid.
Ugh.
I
He's
don't
mid
even.
at best.
I say he's lower mid
So like
at
he's
best.
like he's like kinda mid but at the same time like not
Well,
too mid.
well, a big prospect that was going to try out for the Yankees this year to see if he would make the major league team, Chase Hampton, ranked number
What?
6 on the Yankees top prospect list, is now injured. It's a right
Oh.
flexor strain.
Right flexor strain.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's not
and
good.
and they're worried he might need Tommy John.
Oh great. Of course. Tommy John.
And we haven't started spring training yet, and this is already. And they
The
talked about
team's
it
falling
yesterday.
apart. The team is literally falling apart.
They're basically saying that he's.
Well, not yet, but it's too early to say they're
But
falling apart.
that's not something you want to hear with one of your top prospects. But yeah, that happened yesterday. They sent him back to New York to get tested on his ural ligament.
Okay.
So they're gonna see if he needs it or not.
If he needs Tommy John.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope he doesn't.
That's not what you want to hear.
No,
Yeah,
that's
more definitely.
Especially one of your prospects that you think that could make the major league team. And I think Chase Hampton could. And they already have low starting pitching depth. So, which this scares me, is like, say you have pitchers go down. You can't go to him if he's done for the season.
Yeah. I'm just worried about that guy that might need Tommy John.
That's him. You can't go to him. What are you gonna ask him? Hey, can you pitch for us even though you can't, even though your elbow is destroyed?
Yeah, can you please pitch for us? Please.
And now, Giancarlo Stanton might not make the opening day roster.
Why?
Uh,
Yeah.
They're keeping this one under wraps. They're just saying pain in both elbows.
Oh, they're keeping it under wraps. Okay. Pain
And they're
both
saying he's
elbows.
uncertain for opening day.
That's synonymous with quote unquote getting old.
They're
That's
saying
not
he's
good.
been they're saying he's receiving treatment, has not swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, how old is he?
He will be slow played throughout spring training. That was 3 days ago. They said that about him. He's 35 years old.
35.
Well,
I mean,
that
for Chase Hampton, the fact that he's having problems with a right flexor strain in his UCL for a second year in a row, I mean, for a pitcher, that's not good.
that's
That
No.
that's like
more
Lance.
than likely,
That's like Lance McCullers.
I'm just going to
I'm gonna
prognosticate this
go.
right now. Dude's going to end up with Tommy John.
He probably will. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot about Lance McCullers. I forgot he was even a human being.
That's. I mean, you could compare him to McCullers now because of these injuries.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, you can, actually can compare it. The other one to think about with the Yankees is Clark Schmidt. I mean, he was supposed to be number 4, and now he's having back problems.
Oh God.
Yep. They're saying they're not that serious though.
Not that serious. That's kind of reassuring, but still not very.
The thing is, it's so easy to say not that serious with back problems, but back problems are what plague more pitchers than anything. If it's not UCL related,
It's your back going out.
it's your back, and that's not good for. They just traded for this guy, and
I don't
now
think they did. I think he's for the farm system.
okay, Clark Schmidt's from the farm system. I was wrong on that. Okay, yeah, he is. Um, but
Step
still,
back. That's all they said. This is what I hate about the Yankees. They will never tell you what's wrong with these players. They will never tell you.
there's always this layer of obscurity that they won't come out and just say this is what's happening. I mean, okay, think about the whole Garrett Cole debacle last year.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't get me started on that.
His velocity was down.
Oh, his velocity was shit last year.
Everything about him was not that good last year.
No, and
they're just
so what you got, and they're opening on Friday, I think is what they said, and now you
Saturday.
Saturday, okay. Now you have 2 potentials in your pitching roster that you need, pieces you need injured.
Since you just traded one for a closing pitcher, since your closing pitcher left and joined the other New York team, just like your right fielder.
And then the Yankees announced that they're going to use Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
gonna use him.
To start the opener. I mean,
Okay.
that right there, I don't know. I'm going to play devil's advocate because I feel bad for Marcus Stroman because how in the hell do you go in there and act like you care about this team that has actively tried to get rid of you?
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't. That's why he didn't join.
Psychologically, that's problematic.
And that's why he didn't want to join the team for a minute. He was in Florida, but he didn't want to join the team because, well, they don't want me, so.
So why the hell do I need to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they don't want me, why should I even care to be here?
So, what is the proposed Yankees lineup right now?
Proposed Yankees lineup.
Proposed Yankees lineup. I need to look up.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I need to look it up too. Oh, let's see.
Looking.
Okay, so the first game is actually tomorrow. It's actually Friday.
Oh, Friday. Wow. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
expect that.
yeah, it's going to be Yankees versus Tampa.
Yankees versus Tampa.
Yep, rival. Stroman starting that game. They're saying Stroman.
Do y'all think that would be a good
So
pitch?
officially on the Yankees website, their depth chart goes like this:
Okay.
Garrett Cole,
Garrett Cole.
Carlos Rondon,
Matt Fried.
Max Fried, Lewis Gill,
Lewis
Clark
Gill.
Schmidt, and then Marcus Stroman.
Okay.
I mean,
Now you got one of those guys right there who has a back injury, and you've got another one of those guys who is psychologically going to do everything in his power
to fuck with the team.
yeah, I mean, that's what he's going to do. So basically, you got four guys.
You got four guys, yeah. And Matt Fried, he concerns me.
Okay, what about Max Fried concerns you?
He's 31 years old, and they signed him to a 7-year deal.
Oh God! Oh Lord, have mercy!
Hey,
So that means he's
you
gonna be
know,
like
there's always this
38.
expectation that everybody's going to be the next Justin Verlander.
I know. And you
Yeah,
know
he's
what's
gonna be
even
like
more
38
scary is
by the
he
time.
had a down year last year.
Okay, I didn't pay attention to his stats last year. How bad was it? Okay, 2024 regular season, 11 wins, 10 losses each. ERA was 3.25. It's not terrible.
He threw, okay, well, he was injured a lot in 23, but if you go back to his next best season in 22, he was 14-7, had a 2.48 ERA, and pitched at least 11 more innings than he did last year.
Yeah,
Just saying.
his career, like, okay, over his entire career, he's pitched 884 innings, and he only did 174 last year. So
I'm concerned. That is just.
I mean well, I'm looking going back through his stats. In 2024, he had 3.25 ERA.
He didn't.
2023, which is one of his best years.
Well, no, he was injured. If you look at the innings pitch, you can tell he was injured.
Oh,
77.
yeah, he was injured. So his best year is, if you go back to...
If you go back far enough, his best year was in 2022.
2022. Yeah, he had a 2.48, and he's 14.7. Now, what's interesting, if you look at his numbers, his home runs that he's given away has gone up.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, his home runs have gone up.
And that's not good pitching in a stadium like the Yankee Stadium, which home runs are a common occurrence.
And he gave up 146 hits last year, too.
Oh.
That's why I've been concerned about this signing. You take the top pitcher in free agency, and they're banking on him too much, way too much.
But then you got to ask this question too. Okay, so you trade for Max Fried, right?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. You signed him. You signed him.
You signed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is Carlos Rondon still your number 2 guy?
Yep. Well, his win-loss was really good because the Yankees were shelling out runs left and right for him.
Every time he pitched, the Yankees were hitting.
Yeah, but if you look at his ERA, the ERA tells a different story.
Well, the ERA tells a very different story. He's 3.96.
He's almost 4.
Yeah, 3.96. He's almost 4.
And you're banking on Lewis Gill, who was 3.50. That's not bad. He's 26, but can you bank on a young kid like that? And then I go down to your bullpen. Your bullpen's awful. Your bullpen's downright awful. Weaver and Devin Williams, that's about it. That's about all you have. And guess what you did? You have Austin Wells, which is a good catcher, but guess what you do? You trade Jose Trevino. You trade your secondary catcher to the Reds for nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, I didn't agree with that. That made no sense. Why they traded him?
You just ship out your catcher like that.
No, don't get me wrong. I like Austin Wells.
Oh, I think Austin Wells can hit and field pretty well, but who's your backup catcher?
You don't really have one.
You have a young guy who was awful, almost 140 plate appearances. He's back at 122.
Oh,
He's 29 years old. He got drafted by Seattle, and Seattle didn't want him.
Seattle didn't want him.
They have another guy who's never even been in the MLB, and he's 29 years old.
He's never even been in the MLB.
Oh yeah, that Escara.
Yeah, Scar.
Are we
What the
actually done
hell
for?
are y'all doing?
Tell me, are
Seriously,
we actually
what the
done for?
hell? That pisses me off, dude. You can't start every game. You can't put Austin Wells at catcher every damn game.
Oh, it's a good recipe to burn out a good catcher.
What happens? He goes down. You rely on these two other motherfuckers that can't hit worth a shit and who have never been in the MLB. One who can't hit and one who's never been in the MLB his entire life.
Well, you just don't have depth there, and I mean, I was a catcher. You have to rotate out because besides pitchers, I think catchers wear out faster than anybody.
They're behind
And
the plate 9 innings, and you know,
I mean, your back is under stress for 9 innings every
and
game.
then, guess what? You never know if those innings extend or not.
I know. I've been in some of those situations where they extended, and by the end of it, I mean, the only way I can say it is you play some games and you feel like you've just been jumped. Like you feel like you have just been literally beat up. And yeah, he's relatively young. Awesome.
Austin Wells is
Wells.
younger, he's like 28 and the others are 29.
No,
They're older
Austin
than
Wells is
him.
25.
Oh, 25. You have a guy who's in the MLB at the age of 25, and you have these other two guys who's barely played any time in the MLB, and they're 29 years old. They're nearly 30.
So okay, let's look at how many games he did last year.
I bet it's not
Uh,
as much as
Austin Wells did 115 games.
they were, but
100
that's a huge workload for him.
out of 163, 115. My God, I mean, he played a good part of the season.
Out of 162, I mean, you're putting in work there.
And then when he got picked up in 23, he only did 19 games.
I bet this year you see an injury. I can guarantee
That's
you.
sad for somebody as young as he is.
I guarantee you he's gonna get hurt. I'm not recalling it. I I don't know what the front office is doing. The front office has boggled my mind.
So okay, take the other guy, Alex Jackson, who's 29.
Yeah,
He only had 58 games in.
barely played because he's bad.
Yeah,
That's
the most of his career because he's been in since 2019. Okay.
mm,
Okay.
Okay. Let me tell you how many games he's played.
How many?
Okay. 2019, 4 games. 2020, 5 games. 2021, he was with Atlanta and Miami. He did a combined 52 games. 2022, 5 games. And 2024, 58.
yes, he's barely played a full season. That's not even a full season, I don't think.
No, he hasn't played a full season in his entire career.
Oh my God.
And this is spread through like 6 years, 7.
Well, 6 years.
I boggles me, boggles me. You trade a good catcher in Jose Trevino, and you get nothing out of him. I I don't know what the hell you're doing. I really don't.
this is what gets me. Cashman considers his catching depth an area of strength for the Yankees.
Please tell me where the strength is, because I would love to know. Because it's not there.
Yeah.
It hasn't been there for years either.
So just to put some perspective on this, the last part of December 20th, that's when they traded Jose Trevino for this Alex Jackson, the guy I just talked about, who's not played the entire season.
I know that was during the offseason. They traded Trevino for Jackson?
Yeah, and a power right-hander, Fernando Cruz. So Cruz, but I don't.
Oh, I see Fernando Cruz. He's in the bullpen. Well, let's see how.
Yeah.
Oh, guess how old Cruz is?
Oh
34.
God.
He's 34, and his ERA last year was nearly 5. I can't believe this. That was the worst trade they could have pulled off ever.
No, okay. There may be some balance to this. Just hear me out. There may be some balance.
Oh,
Okay, his strikeout over 9 ratio was 14.72, which is the highest with pitchers with 50 innings.
Well,
and it's 37.8% strikeout rate ranked higher. Basically, they're looking at this guy as a strikeout king. The problem is,
well, that doesn't mean shit.
Old,
that doesn't mean shit. Here you go. That doesn't mean shit to me if he's going to allow 5 runs a game.
Yeah, that's true.
Why does it matter if he's getting strikeouts? If he's allowing 5 runs and he blows your games. You can't put him in a high-pressure situation. He's going to allow, like, 15 runs. There you go. You got your high strikeout guy. But that's not what I'm looking for.
So it's 2023 is 185 strikeouts as a reliever, or 5th most in the majors, trailing only Brian Abreu of 203, Aroldis Chapman 201, Josh Hader 190, and Tanner Scott. I mean, okay, there is a perfect thing to look at there. Okay, why did the Astros pick up Josh Hader?
That is true. Why did the fucking Astros?
On the same premise that the Yankees are now picking up this guy. Look at him. Oh, his strikeout over 9 is amazing.
But I will defend the Astros. Even as a Yankees fan, I'll defend them for a second. They were picking up Hader to see the guy who's won Delivery Man of the Year multiple times, who has closed out a lot of games and has a very good ERA.
Okay.
Let's be fair. Let's call it in the middle. Let's be fair. That's the same thing that's happened. Yes, the case for 9 looked good for Hader too, but he's also been a good pitcher.
No, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
But you can't say the same about him. He hasn't been a good pitcher. So they're just looking at the case for 9.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I have faith in us winning opening day.
If it comes down to a bullpen game, I don't see the bullpen there.
What if it doesn't come down to a bullpen game?
Well, I think the Yankees want to win opening day. The bullpen is concerning.
Very concerning?
Okay, Cruz was drafted in 2007. He made his MLB debut in 2022.
That's a long time.
So you mean to tell me you're gonna be drafted in 07 and you're gonna make your debut in 2022?
Just let that sit in. Let that sit in for a second.
What the hell? No, genuinely, what the hell?
Well, just let that sit in for a second.
But let's talk about the catcher they traded away Jose Trevino for a second.
Oh yeah, go to Trevino. I liked him.
I like Trevino too. As a catcher, I liked him a lot.
I thought he was a great defensive catcher.
He was. So this Jackson that they traded for, 28 years old, batted 122. He was basically 17 for 139 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs in 58 games for the Rays last year.
And fucking Trevino had better stats than that.
Well, Trevino was a solid 215, 210, 215.
I know.
For catchers,
That's fucking good.
that's high mid-tier for catchers, let's be honest.
So what the fuck were they looking at here?
But here's what concerns me from being a defensive catcher. This Jackson's pickoff rate.
Oh god, it's awful. Probably.
He threw out 11 of 39 last year.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh.
That's bad.
So that basically means his pickoff rate is 28%.
Oh my god. What were they looking at here? I would love to know. I would love to know what they were thinking and what they were trying to look at here.
Well, okay, we can just sit here and just bitch about pitchers all day, but the reality of it is, I think this is what hurts him more than anything is losing the depth at catcher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That is true.
I think that hurts because you got a 25-year-old who looks good.
He was probably looking up to Trevino because Trevino played a long time, for a decent amount of time. I think he's in his nearly 30.
Two guys, and I liked their setup they had there. You had two guys that they could balance off of.
And you had a veteran there who could, and this young guy could learn from this veteran. Yeah. And what you do, you ship off the veteran.
You ship off the veteran, and now the 25-year-old has got to be the quote-unquote veteran for two guys that are older than him. Think about the clubhouse dynamics of that.
Why? Why? Why?
They would be like, well, we've been alive longer than you, and we've been in the league longer than you.
You know that shit happens.
It's definitely gonna happen.
It's absolutely gonna happen.
So you can't have this 25-year-old who's trying to be like, well, I've been in the majors longer.
I've been in the majors longer than you assholes, but...
But guess what? They don't give a shit. I've never been in a big league clubhouse. I've never been in any baseball clubhouse, but I can guarantee you I probably know how they work because just by how these people probably think.
Yeah, it's just, it boggles my mind because, you know, okay, if I got to put my mind in Cashman's head, you know, my thoughts in Cashman's head for a second, I think he was more so looking at that damn pitcher, Cruz, and they weren't looking at what they were losing. And this Cruz, I don't think, and if I'm wrong on this, you know, at the end of the season, come back to this and tell me I'm wrong.
This guy could be.
I don't think he's going to be your amazing closer you're looking for.
Well, they already have their amazing closer. They traded Nestor Cortez for him. Devin Williams. Which, to be fair, Devin Williams has looked pretty solid. Which I have nothing to complain about him.
Okay, so Devin Williams.
Okay, Devin Williams. Yeah. He's pretty fucking good. I'll give you that. He's really good. And I see why they trade for him. But the thing that still boggles me is, why would you go out and get this 34 fucking year old guy if you already have your star closer?
Okay, so let's look at Devin Williams for just a second.
Okay.
You got last year, he was with Milwaukee.
Okay.
And he pitched 21 innings, 21.2 innings, 1.25 ERA. Respectable as hell.
That's good, right?
Whoa.
That's good.
Whoa, wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah, that's really good. Go back to 23. He pitched 58 innings, 58.2, 1.53 ERA. That's still
what the
really
fuck?
damn good.
What the fuck happened to him? In 24, was he hurt?
Did he just lose talent all of a sudden? What the hell?
No. There must have been an injury because he's been doing a solid
At
between
least
50 and
50 and 60,
50 to
yeah.
60 innings between most years from 21 on. So he must have had some sort of injury last year.
Which he still looked good. He was back in the playoffs. He pitched in the playoffs, but he blew it for Milwaukee, which is a little concerning, a little in my opinion, but
Just a little bit concerning.
Okay, so the deal that brought him to the Yankees, just for anybody who doesn't know, was he was acquired from the Brewers on December 13th in exchange for Nestor Cortez,
That's
infielder Caleb Durbin, and cash.
okay.
So Nestor Cortez got traded to the Brewers in exchange for this guy.
Yeah.
like
Do you
this
think they should have
just
kept Nestor?
this goes back to my problem with the Yankees. This goes back to my problem. Give up a starting pitcher and you get your closing pitcher. Yes, you get your closing pitcher. But why the hell would you give up that much? Especially starting pitching, which you signed already. You signed Max Fried already.
And don't forget this: when they got rid of Nestor Cortez, they were getting Williams on the final year before free agency.
I think he has arbitration still.
Yeah, but he's entering the final year. This season is going to be his final year before free agency.
Really?
I thought
Yeah,
he had one more after this.
I could be wrong,
I,
but
I think I
I think
think entering
that's
last
what it
year he had
is.
2 more years left or 3.
So what you end up having here is a guy who is got to take the mantle of being closer because their World Series bullpen has been torn apart. Clay Holmes went to the Mets,
Yeah,
and he's going to be a starting pitcher there.
Oh.
Um,
which might fit him better.
Tim Hill, Tommy Kahnle,
They're still there, or Tim Hill's still there.
and what concerns me the most,
Tim Hill's
and
still there.
this is something that I have seen all too often with teams that go to the World Series and then they go through this rebuilding phase immediately afterwards. They lose a left-handed closer, or they lose a left-handed mid-game guy.
They do.
Well, no,
They
Tim Hill re-signed with them.
they did. Oh, okay, he did. I did not know that. So he re-signed.
Jonathan Loizica was part of that. Efris was a part of that.
Loizaga is out on Tommy John.
Yeah, he's out for.
He got Tommy John?
He's out for whenever the hell he's gonna be back.
Yeah, he's out for Tommy John.
Uh,
Loizaga's
Luke
good.
Luke Leekler, Luke Weaver is still there. Mark Lester Jr. is still there. Which those two guys, okay. Weaver's decent. That guy they got from the Cards, the smart guy, he's 33. Last year he posted a 4.50 ERA, so I mean, take that how you want it. That's not exciting to have. And then the bullpen's fucked. I'll just be honest. I think the bullpen's fucked. What are you gonna do?
I think it's a huge part of the problem. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you gonna rely on Devin Williams to pick up your games? Is this guy gonna have 100 inning season? Because it's shaping up to be one for him. And time has
I just don't think 100 inning season is good for any closing pitcher.
especially one who's not even pitched 70 or 80.
Yeah, I mean he's never been pushed, and that's concerning.
We're still talking about pitching and catching. We haven't even got to the other parts of the field yet. Paul
Yeah,
Gold. I
yeah.
guess we could start with
Here
first
we are
base
talking about all these other problems that are there.
before we even get to the other problems. So, you want to start with first base?
I mean, you've got Paul Goldschmidt, Bellinger, DJ LeMahieu, Ben Rice, and
Well,
Oswaldo
okay.
Cabrera.
Well, let's look at first base. Bellinger's going to be in the outfield. LeMahieu's going to be playing some position. Your backup's Ben Rice.
Okay.
What happens when Goldschmidt goes down? He's 37.
Good question. What does happen?
Ben Rice, 25. He's a lefty. His last year average was 171. 171. 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. That was his first year. They called him up around September.
They got him over in September of
24.
Okay.
So what you gotta do? What happens when Goldschmidt goes down? Because it's
Tell me
probably
what
gonna happen.
Tell me what does happen? Because I'm
I mean,
not
Jesus,
sure.
dude. Was in he played 154. He played a lot of games last season, so he wasn't hurt. But the batting average was less than desirable. 245.
I mean,
His
there's
batting
no
average dropped.
denying it that when you look at Paul Goldschmidt, he's at the end of his career batting.
Look at his average. Look at his average.
It's been a steady decline. It's been a steady decline since 2022.
2022, 317. 2023, 268. And then it dropped to 245 last year.
Yeah, I mean he's been on a steady decline. Now, granted, he has never been a consistent 300 plus hitter.
But he's been high. He's been high too.
He's been high twos. I mean, the highest I can look over his whole career was probably in 2015 when he did 321.
Because I think he won MVP for that year.
I think 2015 was, I believe, the year he did. He's had 300, he's had 302, but most of them have solidly been in the top 200s. But to see him drop to 245, just to put that in perspective, that is getting about as similar as he was the year he entered the league at 250. I mean, he's clearly on the downhill.
Yeah.
I mean, time is just getting to him like anything else. And
Then
I mean, I look at him as a defensive first baseman. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he's good. He used to be top tier. I can say that he used to be top tier.
but I don't give out the Yankees because they can spend all this money, but they refuse to spend it on first baseman.
Do they need one?
Yes, they need one.
Yeah,
Rizzo
they need
left
one.
high and dry. Yeah, I don't blame him. Rizzo probably needs to retire. But what I don't get is you need a first baseman. Why do you not spend the money?
I mean, they have the money, don't they?
Of course they do. It's the
It's
Yankees.
it's the Yankees. They
They
can
always have the money.
magically conjure money out of nowhere. I
And a
mean,
fair point,
there's
they can
no
just pull.
baseball team ever that could magically conjure money better than the Yankees can.
Yeah, they can just pull money out of their ass if they wanted to.
I mean, the Dodgers did this year. As much as I hate the Dodgers, they did it. I'll give it to them.
No, they did. But yeah, I think Paul Goldschmidt is really a good one to look at because there's something there when you can see a guy who has consistently been high twos, low threes, 300 batting average, and now his batting average for the past year is basically right about what he was when he entered the league back in 2011.
Mm. And that
That's
was about.
so in 2024 his batting average was 245. 2011 his batting average was 250.
Mm.
It's worse
I don't
than
know how I
that.
feel
He's
about
worse
that.
than his rookie season. And Boone has scared me with him saying this, that he is confident in DJ LeMahieu.
Is that a bad or good thing?
I personally think it's bad. LeMahieu's 36 years old. He's been hurt basically his entire time being a Yankee.
Okay, yeah, this guy is
But before we leave Paul Goldschmidt, one other thing that's worth mentioning. His on base percentage is at an all-time low.
Oh, lovely.
So his highest on base percentage was 435, and that was in 2015.
Okay.
Last year was his lowest at 302.
Oh.
So he may not be slugging. I mean, but his on base percentage is low, and that's a concern. And
Yeah.
his career, just put this in perspective. If you average everything out, his career is a 381 on base percentage, and he's a 302.
Oh.
That's not good. That's really bad.
Yeah.
They're saying DJ LeMahieu might be the starting second baseman this year.
He might.
I think he's the presumptive. I do. I think he's the presumptive one for second base.
Oh, but yeah, and then you got Chisholm, which I have no problem with Chisholm. Volpe at short.
Chisholm who?
Volpe, I'm fine with Volpe.
I
But
think he's okay.
you have a lot of issues that you could have fixed in the offseason, but you didn't.
Volpe, I'm pretty sure is their shortstop.
Volpe,
Oh.
110% is their shortstop.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So here's what the infield presumably looks like. You got Goldschmidt at first. You got DJ LeMahieu at second. Maybe Chisholm at third.
Chisholm's gonna be third, 110% Chisholm's third.
Think so.
Yes.
I've always been curious about DJ LeMahieu being moved around, but I just don't feel like he's a third baseman.
I think second base is harder than third.
It generally is.
Really?
Yeah. Then you go into the outfield. You got Bellinger, Jason Dominguez, Judge, and Oswaldo Cabrera, and you have a lot of other guys that are prospects and stuff like that. You have Trent Grisham, but he's hurt right now. He's had a hamstring injury, but they're expecting him to be back by the start of spring training. That's what I've heard, at least.
Of course he's just hurt. He just has to be hurt.
I think you use your young guys. I think you use them. Get the young guys here. Maybe y'all have a different feeling about it, but that's how I feel. Get your young guys.
Is Aaron Judge going to be here?
Yes, of course.
More than likely right field like he always is until he gets injured.
And
where do you put Cody Bellinger? That's what I'm wondering is where do you fit Cody into this whole assumption? Does he take over
field.
Soto?
I mean, my presumption out of Cody Bellinger is he ends up at center.
So do you think they move Judge to right?
I think Judge goes to right and Cody Bellinger goes to center because let's just be honest, Judge does not have the speed to play center.
I don't know why for years now they put him in center.
That is to me the most baffling thing about the Yankees is the dude is 6'7", he weighs almost 300. The dude does not have the speed to be center. He's a right fielder.
Guess what they do? They put him in center.
I know, but he's a power hitter when he's on, and that's a right fielder. Cody Bellinger, I think, is faster. I mean,
of course, Cody Bellinger's faster.
I mean, let's just look at it. He's 6'4", he weighs 203. I mean, the dude's skinny.
Yeah. Bellinger was good with the Cubs.
Absolutely, yeah. He absolutely was good with the Cubs. He's the guy you put in center field. Jason Dominguez, I mean, he's young.
Put him in left.
But yeah, I mean, he's young, but I mean, he absolutely is somebody who could do well at left field. I mean, he could conceivably, I'd say, do well at center. But
well, would it surprise you if they put Stanton in left?
No.
It's the Yankees we're talking about.
No.
Okay, with Stanton, here's what I figured, and maybe I'm completely wrong on this. I thought Stanton was just going to be a DH this year. That he's at the end of his career, and they're just going to use him as a DH.
Oh wow. This is interesting.
Mm,
So
what?
there's the automatic strike ball rule challenge system. You can two challenges per team.
Okay. Two
Special
challenges.
successful challenges are retained by the teams, so they're putting that new rule in that you can challenge balls and strikes.
Okay, wait.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, wait. So if the challenge is good, then you keep that challenge?
Yes,
But if that challenge is bad, then you lose it.
most likely.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
So they're putting it in a pitcher and batter can challenge.
That's interesting.
okay, well that's
I
cool.
just saw that on the game that's happening today.
I like that. I like that.
I just say it's worth mentioning one more time about Stanton. Like I think he's sort of the elephant in the room with all this. That I think a lot of people do think he will end up back in left, but I'm going to be kind of contrarian about this. I mean, I think he ends up as a DH.
You do?
I
I
do.
think I think most, to be honest, I think most people think he should be DH, and they're going to put him in DH if they have Dominguez on the roster.
Yeah, that's true.
But what concerns me is going with all these people into spring training.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what tomorrow's for.
But what
But
I'm concerned about is like injuries.
well,
God forbid injuries.
that always happens. But I just I just think it's just a bad look to take a guy that you did not trade and clearly said you were going to trade during the off season, and now say, "Oh well, you're going to open spring training for us. Have fun, bub."
Yeah, that's
That
kind of
just
a bad look.
that is not how you set the tone for a clubhouse.
I
Yeah,
say just make up your goddamn mind.
yeah. Just be like,
Well,
okay,
I think it's no one wanted him.
no one wanted to take on Stroman's
No one
contract.
wanted to take on 18.3 million.
So you do think that they were thinking to trade him, but then they're like, well, no, probably
No,
we're
they
not
were
going to do
trying
it.
to trade him, but they couldn't find anybody stupid enough to pick up 18 million.
I
I'm just
heard,
glad people had half a brain.
I heard Houston wanted him.
What? We would. We
Yeah,
were gonna take
I
him.
heard Houston fucking Astros wanted him, but
We were gonna try and take that.
Houston wanted him, but they's are like,
Houston.
no way in hell we're taking on that contract unless you paid up most of it.
Yeah.
Which smart by them, I'll give it to them. They were smart about not taking up this fucking contract that we
Oh,
were
Yeah.
stupid to
I
sign
think they were
him
smart.
to.
I think the contract was just toxic from the beginning.
Can we just
Um,
like lower it, kind of?
No, unless
so
you.
so just I'm trying to understand the mindset of why they picked up Marcus Stroman because you got Garrett Cole at the top.
Okay, okay. What it was last year.
Did they think that Marcus Stroman, based on his stats, was just going to immediately go be your number two guy?
What it was last year. I guarantee what it was last year is they had Garrett Cole, they had Rendon. They need the third guy. That's what it was.
What
Is
did they
they
not have a third guy that they could like call
no,
up
they
or something?
either had
Not
Schmidt.
not a consistent one. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody was consistent there.
Damn.
So they had to go with somebody from the minors, or they had to go with Gill or Schmidt as your third guy, and they didn't want to do that. So they signed Stroman. Stroman was awful.
So, so here's a good thought experiment for you. A second,
Okay.
you're Boone. How do you
I'm Boone.
how do you navigate the situation that you're now dealt with a guy that got signed last year, thinking he was going to be their number two or number three,
Or
and now
they were thinking
you're
number
trading
three.
him. Well, and now you're trying to trade him in the off season because things just didn't work out the way you wanted. and now you got to tap this guy saying, "Well, you're going to open spring training, but hey, here's the reality: if you stay with us, you're going to be number 6, and because you don't want to go to the bullpen, and we don't have any use for you." So you basically signed a guy that within a year now you're saying you have no effective use for.
We'll have to see how the starting rotation shades out to be. God forbid one of the 5 guys gets hurt here.
Someone's getting hurt one way or a goddamn another.
Most likely.
Most
Know it.
likely.
So you gotta go to Strom and be like, hey, I know we wanted to trade you, but hey, could you do this for us?
Me personally, if I'm Stroman,
Cashman's not going to be the one to make these conversations happen. They're
Oh
going to
no,
push it all on Boone.
he's gonna tell Boone, hey, you need to tell this guy that you're gonna have to start for us, depending on these injury calls.
Make it happen.
Oh, the pitch is being reviewed. They're reviewing the pitch call on this game right now.
Wait, which game?
Cubs and the Dodgers. This is the only game today. I missed baseball so much I'm watching it. And so the call was overviewed that quick and it came back as a strike.
You must miss baseball a lot to be watching the Dodgers.
Oh, I did. I was tired of watching other sports, if I'm being honest. Because
well, at least the Yankees will be on tomorrow.
yeah, even though I'm a Yankees fan, I was a Mavericks fan, and the Luka trade still affects me.
I think it affects everybody around the NBA.
R.I.P.
It's just such a stupid one.
R.I.P. Luka Don.
I mean, the fans brought coffins to the stadium. That says it all. They brought coffins to the stadium.
You think of the MLB? There was no way they could ever pull that shit off in the MLB stadium.
Hell no.
Outside the stadium, fans were holding up coffins with Luka's face on it.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that was what we were going through. So, and I commentated a few of the games, and they were hard to watch because they nearly gave me heart attacks how close those games were, so...
Really?
I just need something. I just need something to watch that isn't the NBA. For the past week, we've had no sports because of the All-Star break, so... I mean, NBA starts up back tomorrow, so... At least there's something that I can watch today that isn't fucking... Goddamn fucking, I don't know, like fucking Jeopardy or something.
Yeah, there's always Jeopardy.
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't forget there's always Jeopardy.
Man, what's wrong with Jeopardy, man?
I ain't watching Jeopardy. I ain't watching there's some weird shit on TV the past few days, and I wasn't gonna watch it. No way in hell.
You go over to your friend's house to fucking watch TV, and then you're like, hey, bro, you want to watch Jeopardy?
Yeah, who wants to watch fucking Jeopardy, dude? It was so bad I was watching YouTube on my television. Because there's nothing to watch.
No, it can't get that bad.
I hate the Dodgers, but I'm watching this because I want to see them lose.
You can always watch Queso.
Yeah, I've been doing that. That's all I gotta say. I watch a lot of other sports teams that I hate just to see them lose. Maybe that's just me.
I rewatched the first ever Royal Rumble because I wanted to.
I don't know if other sports fans do that, but that's me personally. I watch other teams that I hate to see them lose.
Yeah. You said it's the Cubs versus the Dodgers?
Yeah?
It's the Dodgers. They will win.
Yeah, you're probably right. Playing from the Cubs there. I've always been curious about Yamamoto too, because I want him to go to the Yankees. I want Yamamoto.
Think he'll actually go?
No, well, he signed there. He signed with the Dodgers, and he's there for like 12 years.
What?
Yeah, they said it's like a 12-year, like $500 million contract or some shit like that.
Yeah, no. What? These mother... Where do they get this money from? Where? They're gonna pull this shit out of their ass or something?
I don't know. Oh my god. Oh wow, this is bad. I know this
Oh,
from a few days ago, like 6 days ago, when Stroman returned. Teammates greeted Stroman with HUDs and pat slaps in the Yankees clubhouse on Friday morning. Welcomed the veteran right-hander back after 2-day absence. He's gone for 2
after a
days. 2
after a
days.
2-day absence.
Yep. Amid trade rumors. Oh my god. Technically early was the report date to be there. You had to be there by the 22nd. And so after that whole thing came out on the 12th saying, oh, he's not there. Where the hell is he? 2 days later, he's like, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back, boys.
I'm back after like a 2-day absence.
So apparently Boone and Sherman had a great conversation.
Oh God.
Define great.
Yeah, I would love to know, but they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say.
Is it like some Tony Khan stuff?
I don't know. So
Well, I mean, Tony Khan said he feared for his life.
what Stroman said is, Stroman says, I'm the starter. I will not pitch in the bullpen.
Okay.
I'm a starter. I will not pitch in the bullpen. Let that one sink in for a minute.
Yep.
You are a starter.
So if you're the Yankees GM,
I just figured that was a given.
Okay, I don't know if I'm an idiot, but if you're a starter, I don't think you're gonna be in the bullpen.
And I don't think in his contract he would have signed that contract with the option to move. I mean, I think it would have been very, very clear that they designated him as a starting pitcher.
yeah, probably.
So I'm just amazed at that conversation even coming up. But because I mean, clearly the guy spent his whole career as a
As a
starting pitcher.
starter, and to be fair, even though I hate the Blue Jays, I'll give it to him. He was a damn good pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Oh, he was. Absolutely.
Hmm.
But what boggles me is you sign him, then you sign 5 other pitchers to replace him.
I mean, this is classic Yankee shit, though.
Bro, you got a backup for the backup for the backup for the backup for the backup.
Essentially, what you do is you sign free to replace his spot, and then you have 2 other guys from your farm system that look better than him. So what do you tell them? Well, we don't really need you anymore. So he's thinking, I'm in my mid-30s. Why the hell did I sign this contract in the first place if I ain't gonna be a starter?
Yeah, man, why?
From coming from Stroman's perspective, I'm pissed off. Because why the fuck would I sign a contract like that if I ain't gonna be a starter?
Yeah.
Been a starter basically your whole career. And so you just like all of a sudden be like, well, the team I signed with don't want me anymore, so what the hell do I do for my final year?
Just go rot away in the clubhouse, I guess.
Yeah, apparently, just let me just sit in the bullpen, do nothing my entire fucking last season here, which I'm wasting my career here, essentially.
Yeah, just let me rot away in the in, in the in the clubhouse because I literally have nothing to do.
I mean, to put context on this whole Stroman thing, going back to Stroman again,
Okay.
there there's some context for why there's such a problem right now. I mean, after the All Star break last year, I mean, his ERA was 5.98,
It was bad.
Oh my
and
lord, have
he
mercy.
struck out only 35 batters in 49.2 innings pitched.
It was bad.
It was a shit show.
Bad. So the Dodgers pull Yamamoto. He allowed 3 hits. 1 and 2/3 innings. Was I expecting that? Yes, I was. I hate Yamamoto.
What did he do?
Sign with the fucking Dodgers. That's what he did.
Eh, anybody who signs with Dodgers fucking despise him, I guess.
I do. Why would you sign with that team?
It's a super team.
Yankees could have a super team too, but the Dodgers. Well,
Now here's a theory, and I don't know if it's going to come true, but I'm thinking of it. Let's say that Marcus Stroman pitches as abysmally as he did during the last portion of the year.
Okay.
I think he
Mid
gets released.
Yeah. Okay. So opinions. Does he get released, or do they trade him in some sort of salary dump where the Yankees end up paying the better part of it just to get rid of him?
I think
I
he
say
gets
they just release
released.
him. Because why would they just, like,
Yeah, you see,
waste money?
yeah, why would you try to get something out of him if he was worse than he was last year? Because you couldn't trade him already. How the hell are you going to make a trade like that?
Yeah, if they're paying attention to it, then they will probably say
Which
hell
teams
no to that.
always do, is they always pay attention to how people play. And so basically it's like, well, he played like shit. We're not going to trade for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
So,
don't think I guess I see it this way. I don't see any team that is looking for an addition to their starting lineup signing a guy who's 33 years old and just posted 5.98.
nope, hell no. Hell no.
I just
Hell.
don't see it.
And God forbid trade for one too.
Why would you trade prospects
Somebody
for
that bad.
that?
Yeah, why?
And for somebody, I'm not going to get into the whole bit about Strowman saying I won't pitch out of the bullpen, but because the reality is he's been a starter his whole career. He has that right at 33 years old, being in the league that long, to say I'm not going to pitch out of the bullpen. And if that's the hill he wants to die on, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
But I understand where he's coming from. But the Yankees, I think, are going to just have to release him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done it already.
And I think it's going to be nasty. I if I had to guess, it's going to be around May or June.
May or June?
Yeah, that they're going to play this as long as they can, but around May or June they're going to dump him.
If he does get better, that's
Yeah, if he doesn't get better.
What if he does happen to get better?
The only way I see Stroman staying a part of the starting rotation is if one of these guys gets injured,
yeah,
Mm.
which is a very good chance of happening.
which is highly likely.
Or
I mean,
maybe
okay,
it's better.
Clark Schmidt. I'm looking at him, back injury.
Yeah, step back.
I'm looking at that. That right there is a sign of things to come.
It is a sign.
Yeah, and you still don't know if Garrett Cole is okay or not.
I know.
What
Yeah, I
happened?
said shit about him after that whole debacle last year, but that still leaves me concerned. Why the hell would you have that whole debacle go on the whole season if there wasn't anything there?
What
I
happened
know.
with that again?
It's arm injury after arm injury after arm injury.
Yeah.
Tommy John?
Supposedly he didn't need it, but if even as a Yankees fan, I would be like, I was still thinking he has to get Tommy John surgery because there's
Yeah.
just no reason for somebody just to have arm injury after arm injury after arm injury to not
Have
raise
Tommy
some
John?
concern or some surgery to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's your pitching elbow and you start having injury after injury after injury, that's a good sign that things are not going to be going well in the future. And more than
Yeah.
likely, Tommy John is in your future.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very not so good sign.
and then also like No, Matt Fried was hurt 2 years ago now. Still some concern at the age of 31.
Okay, let me give you a worst case scenario.
Oh God. All right, go on.
Stroman's already pissed, right?
Yeah, yeah, because they
Let,
like.
let's say Clark Schmidt or God forbid something terrible happens to Max Fried and they're out and somehow Stroman hits 150 innings. Okay, he'll have another player option for another season.
The Yankees are screwed there.
They are fucked
Yeah.
because
It,
he will have a mandatory player option. And I'm just going to tell you, if I was his agent and there was a situation because of injury like that,
I would.
it would be one of those things that I would push as hard as possible for him to pitch that 150, and then he's at least going to make another year payday, even if they want to release him.
You'll have to pay me because I hit my 150.
Yep. But you know what the Yankees are probably going to try?
What?
They will go to their fucking farm system. They they will phone a friend. They will do anything possible to make sure he doesn't hit 150.
They'll get the worst motherfucker. They'll get the worst motherfucker.
They're gonna get like the worst of the goddamn worst.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go to single A ball and pull a guy up.
Not even double A.
No,
Literally single A.
no, they had to. They go to single A ball and find the guy.
But what makes me also think is like, couldn't Stroman like, even though I love the Yankees, couldn't Stroman sue them for trying to avoid him?
Oh, yeah, I was just about to go there. Yeah, they could. He could. Um, that's why the Yankees would have to show that they did everything in good faith for the team. So if Stroman's stats were conceivably better than somebody they're going to pull from Double A or Single A.
Especially like if their stats are awful in Double A and Single A, and they still did it. Stroman could make a case like, why would you pull somebody who's doing that bad and not even
Well,
close to the
well,
majors,
the argument he would make was they were trying to interfere with his contractual rights.
which would probably work.
Yeah, and that something like that is very, very fact specific, but it would take a situation to where the Yankees were purposely putting in worse, objectively. Like if you look at their stats, you go, why the fuck would you put this guy in instead of Stroman? He's better. I mean, it would have to be that clear.
Well, you couldn't make that case about anybody in Single A or Double A if they have an ERA at like 4.
Usually, what happens in those kinds of cases is if they're thinking of pulling somebody up, they're going to pull them up. And if they have a game that's already kind of shit the bed, they're going to put the guy in just to see how he does. And just to see how he does in the majors, because you're right, your average and your ERA does not translate between leagues really well, and that's one of the things that I think for years it's always kind of pissed me off about how baseball keeps stats is because let's just say a 4 ERA in Double A is not the equivalent of a 4 ERA in the majors
Or even in Triple A.
or even in Triple A. That those ERAs are weighted differently, so to speak. That there's a weight differential to them, and
Yeah.
one thing I've always wanted to see is, and this is just me thinking from being a stats nerd. I've always wanted to see a weighting of ERAs, so to speak, based on league, and I think the weighting would be based on what you see in league averages from like Single A, Double A, Triple A, all that, and to the majors. But mathematically, I think you could get there and have a pretty good weighting, so to speak, of what does a 4 weigh against in Double A to the majors. I don't know. I could just be talking bullshit. I don't know.
I think you have a point here. I would say a 4 in the majors is like maybe like a 3 in Double A.
Yeah, it's just hard to tell, and I think it would take statistics around the entire league to really make a good judgment call on that. But I've always found that something that I mean, the context is needed. I mean, look at the sport itself. I mean, my God, there's no sport that keeps stats more than baseball.
Yeah. I mean, you have a
Yep.
stat for like
What
almost
is
every
one more
fucking thing.
stat to give some sort of illustration for how a 4 is doing comparatively 1 year in AAA versus a 4 in the majors?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be talking bullshit, but I think it's
I think that's a good point. It'd be like, okay, this guy has a 4 in Double A. That's like a 6 or like a 5 in Triple A, maybe.
yeah.
It might be
I
like
mean,
a, or it might be like
I,
a 7 in the majors.
and honestly, I think you know who knows what's going to happen with Marcus Stroman, but it comes up in that situation to where if the Yankees purposely try to impede him from hitting 150, I hate saying if he's smart, he's going to lawyer up and he's going to try to make that argument.
And he has a very good one.
I think he's got a very good point on it. I think it's an extremely valid point, but because you can't take somebody from Double A and just go, yeah, all right, yeah, he's got a 4 here. Marcus Stroman posted a 5.98 last year, so he's better. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you can't call you can't say that. If you put Strowman in like Double A, he's probably gonna have like a 2 or a 3. Hell, maybe even a 1. It's like pulling up somebody from single A. It's like, okay, he has like a 5 in single A. Well, Strowman had a 5.40. This guy had score of 4, like 0.4 better than him, so he must be better.
He's better by like a tad bit.
That doesn't make sense. These are like completely different levels of play we're talking about here.
Yeah, that's the problem. And I think just this whole conversation been having is part of the issue when it comes from a fan perspective. You look at things and think some of these decisions. How objectively do you make the decision that a guy who's pitching 3.35 ERA is going to just come up to the major and Double A and come up to the majors and pitch the same because it just does not work the same.
That's definitely not how it works.
I don't know, but I mean, I look at this game as a game of statistics. I mean, I think half the reason why baseball fans watch this game so obsessively the way we do is because we like statistics.
Yeah,
And what's one more fucking statistic when I can go look and see so many other statistics everywhere else
yeah,
about things that truly don't
matter that much.
matter in the grand scheme of things.
Just add one more that does matter.
That gives you some illumination for and I also think this. I think what it does is if you could wait between the leagues in any given year, it tells you a little bit more about the quality that you've got coming up
Yeah, that would
in the
help
minors.
teams. That would help teams.
Well, here's the thing with Statcast and all the internal statistics that teams keep. I fully believe they have something like this.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: I think every team has a different algorithm or a different statistic, so to speak, on how they do this. Because here's the reality: some teams can pull guys up from AAA or Double A and then they fit, and then they're a good fit in the league, and then they stay there.
Yeah.
Now you see more cases like, and I think this is a dig at the trash throws a little bit, where
Astros.
you would have guys they would call up from AAA who would just be fucking abysmal and have to get sent back down. Then they try it again and try it again, and to me that tells me from an analytical side of things, they don't really have a handle on knowing how their farm system compares to the majors.
Yeah.
But then you have some teams that absolutely can kind of line this up.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's a moving target. I mean, I don't think, and I'm not here to say statistics solves everything.
No,
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
saying,
Sometimes it hurts.
and I think sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you just got to ride the whole damn thing out and just let it play on the field. I mean,
Well, let's go back
perfect
to
example I can think of that 17 Rich Hill. The
yeah,
Dodgers fucked up by pulling Rich Hill when he was mowing.
yeah. I was about to say that.
I mean that's just the one. That's a prime example of somebody who was locked in, and statistics told them to do something different.
They did.
This I don't think is really what I'm talking about. Is not really a matter of a moment to moment kind of situation you make during a game. I think it's an overall kind of health grade, so to speak, of how does your farm system compare, to the majors.
Yeah,
But the thing is, why that statistic's important is because largely the grading of the farm systems have been largely based on internal team analytics and not some sort of weighted metric where you could see an average across the league.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking shit.
Yeah, well, I will be here I'll be here at round 12 tomorrow for the Yankees game.
What's going on at 12?
Yeah, 12. So,
Okay.
first game is for trading for us tomorrow.
Yep,
Nice.
12:05 against Tampa Bay,
But
and
Tampa.
yep, yep, 12:05 Tampa. Yeah, we've been playing Tampa. And that's
Really,
in
I'm just trying to
Central
see who the
Time.
pitcher is. Who the hell is this? Who the fuck is this dude? I think it's a. How do you pronounce this fucking dude's name?
I don't know. Do
Oh,
you know?
no, we got this random fucking dude from Tampa fucking
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
pitching for them when the Yankees have Marcus Stroman. So, hey, maybe Stroman intentionally throws the game or something.
I see you have someone in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm going to be real interested to see what Stroman does because, I mean, if I was Stroman, I played, and I'm telling you right now, I'd be pissed.
Oh,
I would be so pissed,
yeah. No.
and there would
No.
be a
No.
part of
No.
my mind that would be trying to subvert, going out there. I don't know.
Yeah. I. It just does not make sense for Stroman to you know I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It would make sense for the Yankees to, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, to be honest. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I
Well, I know
think,
what I want to see. I want Marcus Stroman to come out there and start beating everybody who comes up and get kicked out of the game. Say, look, guys, I tried.
I mean, that's a fair assumption.
I
That's
mean,
a
what the
fair
fuck?
assumption.
What the fuck does he have to lose?
I mean, he doesn't really have anything to lose. He really doesn't. He doesn't
I
have
mean,
shit to
He
lose.
he goes out there and shells three batters straight in the arm or something like that. Well, fuck, guys, boys, I tried. See you later.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to lose because, well, guess what?
listen, if I'm Strowman, I'm getting pissed because like The fuck do you want me out there for if you wanted to trade my ass?
Okay, I got to make a parallel to something we talked about privately a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Who was the NBA player who pulled this same kind of shit?
I don't know.
Wanting a trade recently.
Oh, okay. Well, the trade did happen. It was Jimmy Butler. It was a while back ago. It was like a few months ago. We talked about
Okay.
this. But it was Jimmy Butler. It was Jimmy Butler. He said he wanted to trade from the Miami Heat, which eventually did happen. But what they did is they suspended him. Actually, they suspended him twice. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference? Okay, so Jimmy Butler gets suspended, but because I mean he was purposely trying to fuck with him.
Well, no, not. He wasn't playing great on the field, but you can't say he was intentionally playing bad. But he said in press conferences, I just want to get traded. I just don't want to play here anymore.
He literally said, "I do not want to play here anymore."
That's all he said.
This is the reverse situation of that, where the team tries to trade you and fails,
Yeah, but
and you're just stuck in the room like, "Hey guys."
I
Instead of
know.
wanting to be traded, the team tries to trade you, except they can't trade you.
But Jimmy Butler, all he's saying is just like, I just don't want to play in Miami anymore. I just don't want to be here.
Like, man, I don't want to be in Miami anymore. I'm done.
Well, I think back to Beast Mode in that interview he gave, where he said the whole time, "I'm just here so I don't get fined."
I know. Beast mode, man.
I'm just here so I don't get
I'm
fined.
just here so I don't get fined. And that's kind of how I feel like Marcus Stroman's situation is. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, but Butler just wanted to get traded. They suspended him twice. Then he got traded to the Warriors. So he got what he wanted, but he kind of got screwed over as he didn't get to play
Yeah.
either.
I just wish Strowman would come out on field and just start hitting people in the helmet.
I tried.
I tried, man. I
I
tried.
tried. I'm terrible. I mean,
I'm too
look
bad
at
to
my
play.
stats. I'm too bad to
I'm
play.
too bad.
Yeah,
Look at the
but if
stats. The
I'm here
stats will
150 innings, by God, you got to pay me some more.
the stats will explain everything, man. I'm just too bad to
Oh
do it.
man.
Sorry, I hit like 3 people in the
Oh
head. I
man.
didn't mean it. Yeah, well, I'm just too bad. I'm just too bad, man. Oh, I
Oh
hit someone
man.
in the jaw and they broke their jaw and they can't speak anymore. I'm just too bad, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, what does he have to lose now? Because like they don't want him.
Yeah, they've clearly signaled they don't want him.
Yeah.
So I mean that was obvious when they signed Max Fried.
Yeah, it was
That was
obvious.
obvious. That was
110%.
obvious.
That was the main.
So if I'm Marcus Stroman, I am doing the bare minimum. But I mean, the name of the game is this: do the absolute bare minimum, and just try to hit 150 innings so I get another payday.
Or do you try to play really well, then they trade you?
See,
He's stuck. He's stuck.
I think Stroman's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
I, and the reason I'm saying all this is I've watched enough of Stroman last year to know when a pitcher's struggling,
He is.
and it's not just a slump. Uh,
Yeah. He says.
he's legit struggling.
I feel for him
And
because I did like when he played, even though he played for a rival.
I
I
liked him
always
on the
thought he
big
was a very
leagues.
good pitcher.
I had so much respect for him as a pitcher. But the reality is, it's a dude entering his mid-30s that unfortunately I think his body's just breaking down.
Oh shit!
What
Oh
happened?
my god!
What happened?
Um, one of the pitcher for the Dodgers just got nailed in the head from a
What?
ball off the bat.
What? What?
I'm pretty sure his name is Bobby Miller. He just got hit in the head off the bat.
What? No.
Holy crap!
Is he hurt? Does he look bad?
He's down on one knee right now. Holy crap.
Is he bleeding from the head?
No, but he has a huge red spot on the head now since he got nailed there.
I'm sure he does.
Holy crap. Okay, well, I was just watching this for entertainment. I wasn't expecting to see somebody. He's literally threw 11 pitches. This was his first inning. A line drive straight to the head. That ball went into the stands. Off his head. He threw He threw a curveball. It was a line drive straight back to his head and went into the stands. Off his head.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
So, can confirm is not bleeding from the head.
Yeah, and he's getting pulled out of the game. He's walking off the field. Good for him.
No shit, he's getting pulled out of the game. He's got to go through a concussion protocol now.
Well, Jesus Christ. We got through 2 innings.
Is the concussion protocol just like checking for a concussion?
Yes, essentially. They're gonna run some tests on him to see if he's got a concussion. Wow. We've only had 2 innings so far of the first spring training game of the year, and we already have a guy who got hit in the head.
Wow, this is just woohoo!
Well, how do y'all feel on that?
Well,
Okay, I need to say for that. Jesus Christ.
I mean, every time I see one of these, it brings up that question that's been around for a couple of years now.
Oh God.
Do pitchers wear protective hats?
I mean, there's an option there for it. They just don't choose to.
But should it be mandatory? See, that's the problem. Should it be mandatory?
Should it be Yeah, should it be mandatory?
Should it?
I don't know. But the problem is, how good are those hats?
Not too good.
I mean, you've got to think in pretty similar terms to how you think of football helmets. I mean, how good are they? And,
okay, well, I can say
I've seen a lot of data on them. The fact of the matter goes, if you've got a ball coming back off a bat at 100 plus, straight at your head, any protection's better than nothing.
Yeah. I can't tell you how fast I was coming off the bat, but that ball came off the bat fast. I can tell you that for damn sure.
Did they not have the stat on there that tells the bat speed?
No, they don't. Spring training, or a lot of the broadcasts for spring training, they basically don't have it. They don't have even the strike zone thing around where the thing is for the
Oh, for the catchers.
They don't have the strike zone?
Yeah, they don't have the strike zone for where the catcher is. They don't have that like they usually do on regular season games. They use the bare minimum. All they got is
like the box.
They don't have the bots. All they have is basically just a camera, and they just pop up the stats, and pitchers come in, and hitters come up to the plate. That's all they do.
Bro, that's cheap as hell.
I mean, it made sense that a lot of these broadcast teams don't do a lot. They show how fast the pitches are coming off the hand, but I don't think they show bat speed. They don't go into like the whole Statcast thing or anything for spring training games. But yeah, I don't know. I think the pitch was like at least 90 or 90 plus off his hand.
God.
Maybe, I'm not for sure. I think it probably was maybe in the 80s because it was a curveball. But that ball moved fast after it hit the bat.
It's like maybe 100, maybe 90.
I would say around the 100 area.
Oh no.
Even though he's a Dodger pitcher, I hope he's okay.
It's the Dodgers. I don't really care. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
That was a oh man, that ball came off fast off the off his bat.
Imagine if it was a
Holy
fastball.
crap, dude. What were we on before that?
I forgot before. I kind of forgot because we were like, I was like very focused on the guy getting hit in the head.
Well, hopefully they'll give us some update on him.
Nah, it's spring training. They don't give a fuck.
They're gonna give an update for an injury.
Mm-mm.
Hopefully I'll have an update by later today. I'm gonna stream
An
later.
update.
I'm gonna stream later today around 6 again. So hopefully we'll have an update by then. But
Hopefully.
there's gonna be no update for a few hours now. We might not even have one by the end of the day if we're gonna be honest.
There'll be a clip of it, a replay of it, but as far as what happened, probably you won't hear anything for probably till tomorrow.
Yeah. So what were we talking about before that? Let's try to get back on track here. After that, holy crap, dude.
I forgot.
Dude,
I forgot too.
Y'all are gonna need to see that, man.
I forgot that was too. That was. It's always traumatizing when you see a guy get hit in the head like that.
Y'all just heard it. I saw it with my own eyes in live time, dude. I saw the dude get nailed. Holy crap, man.
Bro got absolutely destroyed.
Well, we'll see, but
He may be a Dodger, but I hope he's okay.
yeah, I hope he's good there. Well, he had two guys that were on base now, and one of the guys he allowed on base just scored, so.
Well, shit.
Do we know who the replacement pitcher is?
Some dude from the minor leagues for them. They're just testing a lot of minor league guys. Well, I don't know how, important this guy was to the Dodgers. I think he started a few games for them last year.
He'll be good. He's probably like their worst of worst pitcher. It probably won't be that bad, right?
You'll have to get an update when you stream later.
Hopefully there will be one.
Hopefully
Jesus
there's a clip posted
Christ,
so I can
dude.
see right now.
Yeah, moral of the story: don't pull your bat like that. Don't pull your bat towards the pitcher. That's bullshitty.
I don't even think he pulled his bat. He just hit it, and it was just at the right angle. The curveball was at the right angle. It went up and down. It dropped in the right area, and the guy was a left-hander. So when
you don't think it was an intentional pull?
No, of course, I don't think it was.
If
But
it wasn't an
the
intentional
curveball
pull,
was
I hate that man.
the curveball was going to the right, and it was a left-handed hitter, so he had to kind of reach out a bit to hit it. So
I said the pitcher should have ducked.
how the hell are you supposed to duck a 100-mile-per-hour ball?
Not easily. I mean, think of your reaction time. Your reaction time's a problem.
Humans don't.
Yep.
I can say
Formula One driver to do that shit.
I don't even think a Formula One driver could have enough time to do that. I'm being 100% honest. I think
they could. I've seen like 2 clips of like Formula One drivers having like great reaction times. I think they could.
that doesn't mean shit when you're. How close are you to the mound from the plate? Like 60 feet?
Man, it looks so small
60
in the
feet.
games, man.
60 feet, and then that ball is coming off the bat at 100 miles per hour. So you think it's probably going how many feet per second?
100.
That shit's wild.
Think it's at least going a couple 100 feet per second, probably off the bat, at least 100, maybe. I'm not for sure.
I see it. I see it. X. It's posted on X right now.
It's already posted on X.
Oh my God!
Let me see if there's a clip on YouTube that I can see.
It won't be on YouTube yet, but it's on X. Holy shit!
Yeah. Did you see it was that curveball dropping in?
I'm just going to tell you right now, a hat would have saved him.
I think it missed the hat.
No, it knocked the hat off his fucking head.
Oh, I guess it hit him in the hat. I couldn't really tell.
It hit him in the hat and it knocked it off his head. Holy sh! Yeah, it knocked the hat straight off his head. Good God.
You see what I mean? I don't think he pulled it because he had to kind of reach out for that one.
Yeah, he didn't pull it. Yeah,
And
he had to reach.
he hanged the curveball too. The curveball is hanging. So I just it was a hanging curveball. He had to reach out to get it. He was gonna want to swing at that pitch because it was a hanging curveball. But if you see a hanging curveball as a hitter, you're gonna swing. But the problem was he couldn't get a line drive single. The line drive went straight to the dude's head. So
I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
105.5
holy
line
crap.
drive.
Well, I can
I
say
don't know.
this: he walked off the field.
I'll see when there's a clip on YouTube.
He walked off the field. That's a good sign, at least.
The fact that it's already posted on X is mind-boggling. It only happened like a minute ago and it's already posted on X.
Probably some fan of either the Cubs or the Dodgers are like, holy shit! I just saw a dude get absolutely fucking nailed in the head.
Like,
Pretty
oh my
much.
god.
The same damn reaction I had.
Holy shit, that guy just got nailed in the fucking head by a baseball. What the hell?
That's pretty much, I think, the response there.
Man, if I'm that pitcher, I'm charging the goddamn batter and I'm ripping his
How
bat
you
from
gonna
his
charge
head
the
and hitting
batter
him in
when
the
you're
head.
fucking? How you gonna charge a batter when you can't even think straight?
Man, if I'm seeing free, that means I have times free to chances to hit the motherfucker.
That's not how science works. That's not how your human brain works.
I have free chances to hit the motherfucker.
I think that's how it works. At least.
I just keep hitting until I find the actual person.
Well, if he started swinging, the thing they would think is like, okay, he definitely has a concussion because people start getting aggressive when they have concussions.
Yeah, they can.
So they're gonna think, okay, he has a concussion now.
What if he just fell unconscious and started bleeding from his head?
Probably like, that was the first thing that everybody probably went to.
He
That's
fell
some wild
unconscious.
shit.
He fell unconscious and started bleeding from his head.
I don't. Well, it's hard to bust you open with a baseball.
Maybe internal bleeding?
Good possibility right there.
That's some
I.
wild shit. Good God.
That's wild. Holy shit, dude. That
That would have been even worse if it struck him on the eye.
then you have to go to your orbital bone. Then we could go back to Taker versus Viscera or Mabel.
To blow out your whole fucking orbital socket or something like that.
Yeah, like Mabel did. You remember Mabel, Viscera? He went other many different.
I remember that.
That big boy. He fucking. The only reason he's an Undertaker staple is because Undertaker didn't want to wrestle him.
Oh, I remember that. Absolutely, I remember that.
I mean, Taker literally said, "The only reason I have him in my stable, I didn't really want him. I just wanted him in my stable so I didn't have to wrestle him."
Just scared of him.
Yeah, because he broke his orbital bone.
Well, the dead man can't always defeat everything.
I mean, he broke his orbital bone, and it was just like him doing a splash in a corner broke his orbital bone.
Okay, how the hell did we just get from talking about a guy getting nailed in the head by a baseball and bleeding from the head and possibly internal bleeding to talking about Viscera versus Undertaker and breaking his orbital bone?
I mean, those two go hand in hand, kind of.
One's wrestling, one's baseball.
Holy man. Jesus, dude. Man, that was.
That's wild.
I was not expecting that. We haven't even played 3 games of baseball this year yet. We already had one injury.
Listen. He may be a Dodger, but I hope he's all good.
How the hell does that happen? That's what I don't get. How the hell does that happen? We can't even play 3 games of baseball without somebody getting hurt.
You can't even play one day of baseball without somebody getting hurt.
That's baseball for you. Glad it wasn't us. Glad it wasn't us Yankees.
Well, I had to say this. Going back to the whole hats and helmets thing, there's a company that the NFL is working with now that are making custom helmets for the NFL and for players themselves. That players have options to get custom helmets that are fitted for their head, and they can get the padding right for the player's head.
Instead of just like taking a helmet.
Yeah, they're doing a scan of their head, and what they're basically doing is they're gonna build a helmet around their head, so they can make a custom helmet to.
They're gonna engrave the helmet on their head?
No, they're just taking pictures of their head, and they're having AI like.
You said they're gonna build a helmet around their head. I thought you meant they were gonna engrave it in their head.
No, they're basically like building a helmet for their head that like is custom fit for them.
Well, no shit, the helmet goes on a damn head. What the fuck do you think? It would go on their damn leg or something?
God damn you! I'll try to explain what the hell they're doing! That's what they're basically doing, is they're just like, hey, can we take pictures of your head real quick to see how we can make a helmet safe for you? And that's what they basically do.
I'm being honest, where the fuck else do you think the goddamn helmet would go? The goddamn leg?
I'm trying to explain what they do. It's cool. I saw the process. Somebody filmed a video of it, how they do it. It's really cool. They gave one to Tua.
They gave one to Tua? That's
Tua
my Cleveland.
Tagovailoa. The guy who got like 4 concussions in 1 year?
Yeah, I know. That should have been done way earlier.
Probably
Probably
they kind of started that
probably
company.
belongs in a mental institute by now, with how damn many concussions he has.
Oh. Yeah, well, I think that's where we're going in this stream. Do we have any closing remarks that anybody wants to make?
Don't get hit in the head and don't get 4 concussions in 1 season and belong in a mental institute. That's
I'm
my
just gonna have popcorn to watch what Marcus Stroman does.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. That is gonna be a good one. I would love to see. I would love to see.
I just care about what Marcus Stroman does more than anything. It's
I
going to
hope
set the tone, I think, for the whole season.
It
Oh,
will.
my bad, bro. I didn't mean to hit you in the knee and give you a compound fracture. I guess I'm just too bad.
My own team doesn't want me. See, I hit somebody.
See, I hit somebody in both knees and gave them compound fractures.
See, my team said they don't even want me. So what do you expect? Anything different? No.
I'm too bad to even play the sport. What did you expect from me?
I hate saying as much as I love the Yankees, they made this problem themselves.
Yeah, they did.
They created this problem.
I love the Yankees too, man.
Stroman's gonna walk out on the field and hit people in the head.
No, wait. What if he doesn't even do that? What if he doesn't even do that? Oh, okay. Well, they're showing this dude again who got hit on the head. He's
alive.
Jesus Christ! Yes, he's alive.
Did he die on the field?
No, he's walking somewhere. He's not in the clubhouse anymore. They're like taking him somewhere else.
They're taking him to a local hospital.
Probably. I could say the knot on his head got bigger.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I'm sure it did too. It got bigger, I can say that, but he's alive, he's walking. If you count that as alive inside his head, I don't know what the hell he's thinking, but I don't fucking know.
Well, at least he's alive. So that's positive. That's a positive note to end the stream on. That he is alive and walking.
Yeah, he's alive and walking.
after getting nailed in the fucking head.
He looks pissed though.
He's like, you fucking asshole.
I have a chance to get to the MLB, and this is what fucking happens. I get fucking hit in the head.
10 more minutes and we could be at a 2-hour stream.
I don't even know if we have 10 more minutes of fucking content we could do.
Commentate for like 10 more minutes.
I hate the Dodgers. I don't want to fucking commentate one of their fucking games.
Dude, you literally just said you'll watch it because you have nothing else to watch, you damn
Well,
bum.
that is true, but it doesn't mean I want to fucking put my full
fucking
attention on it.
fraud! You fraud! It's only 10 minutes, bro. Chill.
Do you have any more news that we could talk about?
A random guy got nailed in the head and now he's alive and well and walking.
Yeah.
Or as some would say, a dead man walking.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. He's not dead. Because I saw the dude walk.
Yeah, he's a dead man walking. Like the Underbaker. Or maybe the Underlaker.
Oh. I think that's the best we can end it. He's alive and walking. So, thank you all guys for coming out.
People, don't listen to him. He's a dead man walking.
No, you can look up the clip himself. There's clips of him walking. I would show it, but, you know, I ain't trying to get a copyright.
No, don't get a copyright strike for it.
That would not be... that's not in my first line, but he is alive, and... I don't know if he's well, though. I don't know if he feels well.
He is alive, but certainly not well.
He's alive, but he's probably pissed.
He's alive and certainly not well.
I don't know. He's alive. He's fine, maybe. I don't know.
And that is how we will end the stream, people.
He's alive. Hooray.
To the 2 people watching.
Yeah. Or 4. Because there's 2 on YouTube also.
Oh, well, to the 4 people watching.
Oh, breaking news.
Jesus.
Yippee.
It looks like that Rafael Devers may get traded.
What?
All because they got Bregman?
What the fuck?
For that shithole?
Yeah,
Rafael Devers is getting traded all because they got Alex goddamn shit Bregman.
Yeah, it looks like there may be something going on between them and the Mets.
Oh
what?
My god.
I hate the Red Sox, but this is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, New York Mets get third base Rafael Devers. Boston Red Sox get outfielder Starling Marte. Right-hand pitcher Brandon Sprout.
They get Pete Alonso.
Outfielder Drew Gilbert.
No fucking way.
It's just conjecture at this point, but it's been really heating up for the past couple hours.
Imagine if they gave up Pete Alonso. Too bad that'll never happen. He's like the Mets' like mascot.
Well, this happened 2 days ago.
Come on, we're not.
Guess what? Guess who's calling opening day?
Oh, good Lord, have mercy on my horrible soul. Yes.
Joe Buck has returned to calling MLB games.
Wow, get out of here, Donnie. Get out of here, Donnie. Go, leave, get out here. Go.
Your goal for this season is to call a game better than Joe Buck.
Don't worry, that's easy.
Hey,
Don't worry.
at least it ain't Angel Hernandez.
Oh, he's an umpire. He probably knows more about the game than Joe Buck. Joe Buck on calling another MLB game. There's a lot of catching up to do.
What is Joe Buck?
I find it amazing about Joe Buck that he has made a career out of being a sports commentary guy who really knows jack shit about any game he commentates on.
Apparently, baseball is his favorite sport. He loves baseball.
But baseball doesn't love him.
And football.
Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
I think it'd be better if he just stayed with football.
Which blows my mind is he loves baseball so much, but he knows jack shit about it, which blows my mind. How can he love the game and know nothing about it?
I don't understand that.
It's a fucking like how?
Yeah, that's something I truly do not understand.
Like just I it baffles me, dude. Who posted that thing about the
Oh, it was one of the trade rumor things I was looking at. It's okay. They may not do it. Who knows?
all Dever said is he just wants to stay at third, and Bregman said he would play any position.
We can't play just any position.
That's what he said, though. That's what he said. He said, I'll play any position, but he hasn't played shortstop since fucking college. And the Astros drafted him, and they put him at third. And now he's like, I'll play any position. The Red
He
Sox
spent his whole damn career at third.
put him at short.
And
Come on, he'll be fine.
and you're thinking he's going to be fine putting him in
People,
Again.
I've returned, people.
Yeah, if they trade Devers, they're stupid. If they trade Devers, they're stupid. I'm
All
gonna
because
be.
they got Breg.
Bregman is older.
He's worse every goddamn year. His talent slowly decreases every year.
decreasing talent. No,
Yeah.
that's just time.
Fading talent.
I can say
Fading
this.
into the ether.
I can say this. The Trash Throws got the best years out of that man.
Trash
Yes, they
throws?
did.
Trash throws?
Yeah, they got the best years out of that man. And
They really did.
I have to say this. What
God.
boggles me is the Red Sox were willing to give him that much money.
I think we got the best.
And giving
Years
him
out of
opt-out
Garrett
options
Cole.
too.
What I think's hilarious with the Red Sox, and there's any Red Sox fans that listen to this, you prove me wrong. The Red Sox, when they do spend money, they spend money indiscriminately and don't know what they buy.
Yeah. Come on, Red Sox
I
fans.
truly believe
We have heat. I still have heat with the Red Sox.
I do too.
Come
I
on,
truly believe
prove me
that's what
wrong.
they do.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Let's go Red Sox. Let's
Motherfucker.
go Red Sox.
This motherfucker trying to get under her skin all the fucking time, dude.
What?
Trying to get under her skin all the damn time.
Who?
We're fucking Yankees fans here. I love the fucking Yankees, dude. Fuck the Red Sox. And I just have to say this. Any Red Sox fans better prove me wrong that y'all did not spend money terribly. Because I will let them know.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Okay, my headset's dying, so I think this is our cue.
Yeah, well, I'm about done too. I mean, we're almost at 2 hours. I've scheduled this to be 1 hour, but apparently we almost hit fucking 2.
Nah, we stretched it on a bit.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that injury stretched it on a bit.
Yeah, the fucking guy getting fucking shelled in the head, dude. I could say this. You want it? I've timed it. You want to know what we talked about the longest? Is fucking the pitching and catching. We spent an hour on just the pitching and catching alone.
We did.
Yes. For the Yankees.
I
Jesus
was not
Christ,
aware
dude.
of that.
We have 2
We
more
spent a
minutes.
whole
How are we gonna
hour.
fill in 2 more minutes? We're gonna
just
get this
talk
2
about
hours.
the things that come to the top of our minds.
How
Well,
is Marcus Stroman going to find a way to royally screw this up tomorrow in a comedic fashion?
you know, I think he
hope
does.
he nails someone in the side of the head.
No,
causes them to bleed
I have the
internally.
best idea. This is gonna be great.
What's your idea?
Oh well, if you just saw my stream, Carlos Rendon just hit Chris Taylor in the elbow.
Guess I just saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. I just now saw that.
Well, that
Speaking of hitting people.
that distracted me a little bit. But I have an idea for Marcus Stroman. Every ball that he gets, he just throws into the crowd. Like he just throws into the stands.
Hey, can y'all hear me still?
Yeah.
What? You mean yeeting one like Trevor Bauer did?
No, not like Trevor Bauer. He just looks at the fans in the front and the left and right. He just throws balls into the stands.
Oh, okay.
I
I'll go
thought you
with
meant
that.
like that one time where like Trevor just like got so pissed that he just threw a ball all the way to the back of the stadium.
Well, after he gets ejected, he does that.
He's like,
That's the final ball he throws. He just throws it into the center field area.
He's like, fuck all you,
He
I'm
didn't get
throwing this
ejected. He
ball.
got pulled.
Well, oh yeah, he got pulled, but he would
Tito
get
pulled him.
Tito pulled him, yeah. But yeah, he should just do that. The umpire asks, why are you not throwing anything? I'm sorry, man. These balls suck.
I
Give me a
can't
better
do anything,
baseball.
man. Give me a better baseball.
And apparently, my team hates me. So you know what?
Fuck this team.
So yeah, that's my idea for Stroman. If Stroman's listening, please do that because it would be funny. I would
I
love
don't
to see
think
it.
Stroman's listening to a live with 4 viewers, 25 follower YouTube or Twitch channel.
That is fair. That is fair.
He's going to have this thing built up by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Who?
Our lead commentator, Derek.
He's gonna have the team builder by the end of the season.
Hopefully.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
To end the stream, Yankees win or lose tomorrow.
Win!
Fuck, man, I don't know.
Win!
I don't know.
Win!
Well, you see where Cole's going, how he feels about it. Shit, I don't know. I mean, if Stroman
Win!
Can I speak?
Win! Not bad, go on.
If Stroman throws this game, they're gonna lose. But if he doesn't want to throw the game, he just actually goes out there and pitches, I think they might win.
I think it depends on the first inning. See what he does.
Yeah, either he tries to throw or he actually tries to pitch.
Win!
So I think
Win!
I think that's how we end it. It depends on if Stroman feels like throwing the game or not.
Yeah.
We still got to make it to 2 hours and 2 minutes, bud.
Oh, well, I've already hit 2 hours. This is good enough for me. I got to stream later today.
Nah, wait. 5 more seconds. 5 more damn seconds. Literally 5 more. Alright, you're good.
Alright,
No,
well,
you're good.
Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll see y'all later today. I'm not saying next time. I can't say next time. I'll see y'all later today. There you go. A little different.
Yeah.
A little different ending for the stream. Well, we're ending off on a positive note where DJ LeMahieu hits a home run, so